All right, we have yet another club that's starting their new year today, so let's talk to you more about that when we get to it. For now, we are live here in the new media studio at beautiful Valley High School. This is Falcon Flash. Fever, catch. All right, good morning, students and staff. Today is Thursday, August 29th. Today's patriotic observance isn't about an American or anyone who ever lived in America, and yet his influence defined who we are and set the stage for this great experiment in democracy. It's someone everyone has heard of except maybe our freshmen. It's John Locke. John Locke was born on this date in 1632, a mere 387 years ago. Wow. And talk about leaving a legacy. Our entire foundation as a country is based on his thoughts, writings, and reasonings. In Locke's landmark Two Treatises of Government, put forth his revolutionary ideas concerning the natural rights of man and the social contract. Both concepts not only stirred waves in England, but also impacted the intellectual underpinnings that formed the later American and French revolutions. Years after his death, we are still gauging his impact on Western thought. His theories concerning the separation of church and state, religious freedom and liberty, not only influenced European thinkers such as the French Enlightenment writer Voltaire, but shaped the thinking of America's founders from Alexander Hamilton to Thomas Jefferson. Here's the video you knew was coming to help us learn more.
John Locke is the father of classical liberalism. His core political ideas and doctrines are really at the heart of constitutional law and Anglo-American jurisprudence.
British philosopher John Locke was born on August 29, 1632, in the county of Somerset, England. After attending schools in London and Oxford, he received his Masters of Arts from the prestigious Christ College.
In 1668, he was elected into the Royal Society, where he studied medicine and graduated as a physician in 1684.
While Locke was studying medicine, he met Anthony Ashley Cooper, who persuaded Locke to move to London and be his personal physician. Lord Ashley would later become the first Earl of Shaftesbury.
As Lord Shaftesbury's stature grew, Locke's responsibilities went well beyond personal secretary or physician. Locke became a government official. He was in charge of collecting data on the colonies, and in fact becomes a political operative, and eventually becomes a revolutionary.
Lord Shaftesbury was tried for treason and in 1682 fled to Holland. Locke followed a year later, and there wrote his philosophical work, An Essay Concerning Human Understanding.
Locke formulates one of his most famous notions, that there are no innate ideas, that man is born a blank slate. This notion, known as empiricism, directly challenges their idea I learn things through my reason alone.
After what later became known as the Glorious Revolution of 1688, Locke returned to England and published two treatises of civil government, which became one of history's most famous works on social contract theory.
John Locke introduced the idea of personal sovereignty. He said that each human being should have powers of self-determination.
Locke rejected divine rights of kings theory. Instead, he argued that God gave rights to individuals against the government, not that God gave the king power.
John Locke was an intellectual hero for the American founding fathers, in particular James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, and Alexander Hamilton.
In his later years, John Locke wrote other important works promoting religious tolerance and new approaches to education. John Locke died at the age of 72 on October 28, 1704, in Essex, England.
Locke's legacy today defines our political vocabulary to this day. We still talk endlessly about individual rights and natural rights, about limited government, and the separation of church and state.
And that's your patriotic observance for today. Let's go to Maria now for today's Falcon Flash.
Thank you, Mr. Rosema. Now here's today's Falcon Flash. Valley's very own protector of the environment, the Green Club, will be meeting today and will be meeting every Thursday at lunchtime in room 7-2. Join today and safeguard the future of the planet. Tomorrow is Falcon Friday, a day to show your Valley pride by wearing anything that represents our school. Any club, team, academy, or just a Valley shirt will get you reward points when scanned by an administrator. Show off that you are a Falcon. It's Falcon Friday. Attention female athletes. We have a visiting football team using the girls' locker room tonight, beginning at 5 p.m. You will not be allowed in the locker room after 5, so please take all your belongings with you to practice so you won't lose out on having them. Today's picture of the day was sent in by Destiny Jimenez and shows Abraham Jacobo as he works on an assignment on his Chromebook during the Falcon Flash yesterday. What a great example of a lifelong learner. Do you have tomorrow's picture of the day? Send it to Mr. Rosema for a chance to be featured on the Falcon Flash. Mr. Rosema is here with today's athletics report.
Hey Falcons, I'm here to remind you that football season starts tomorrow night here at Valley, and it's tropical themed. It's also Falcon Family Football Night, and we have a special deal for this game only. When you buy a pre-sale student ticket for just $5 in ASB this week, we will give you a free adult ticket, which is an $8 value, for your parent or guardian. So come live the excitement of Falcon football with your family and friends this Friday night at the Valley Stadium. We have all kinds of great activities and games scheduled for you, so come be in the stands. You won't want to miss that one. And before we go, let's give a birthday shout out to these special 7 Falcons. We wish them all a happy birthday today. When you see them, give them a high five and a birthday wish. And that's it for today's Falcon Flash. And remember,
Falcon Fever, catch it!